Hi everyone, and this is xXLexielXx from DeviantArt answering your questions. So yeah, question time. Just to say some things before I do this. Ignore the bright light shining on me. It's like 2 o'clock now, and it's really quite bright outside. And I seem to be well, that's an example of that. I seem to be have a stutter at the moment, so I will stutter with questions and probably get words mixed up, so you'll have to live with it. Name as many things wrong with Twilight as you can without passing out from a lack of breath. Or, you know, compared it to a pickle. Okay, I'm going to try and do this all in one breath. It's badly written. Edward is a complete idiot who seems to be obsessed with Bella, which is quite creepy. Bella has no personality whatsoever. Jacob goes into the forest half naked with a bunch of other guys, which is kind of worrying, though he does have nice abs with abs in the movie. It's really badly written. The characters have no personalities whatsoever. I can't breathe at the moment, and I don't like it at all. And that's all I have to say at the moment. And I do realise I'm going to get bricks thrown at me right now. Edward does look like a pickle, doesn't he? His hair kind of reminds me of one. Moving on to Steph's questions. Okay, Stephanie, aka Riley Smith, asked me, does Jake have a romantic interest at the moment? If so, who? Jake does not have a romantic interest at the moment because I'm still deciding on his romantic interest. And also I'm having fun making him a womanizer, and, you know, so on and so forth. It's quite fun. Next question. Why did Tiki be stupid and pick up Rose when he hates babysitting? He was stupid and picked up Rose because if he didn't, Jake would have killed him, or probably dragged him back there to do it, while limping. Yeah, so basically he had no option in the matter. He was gonna do it anyway, so he might as well do it voluntarily, I guess. Does Hope have an irrational fear? She does have an irrational fear. One of the reasons why I thought Heartbeats by Stephanie for Girls suited her. She has a fear of the dark. She doesn't like being in the dark. She gets scared and goes all creepy. That's her irrational fear. And it is because Jake threw her out on the street in the dark and she was all alone by herself until she got afraid of being in the dark. Wow, I'm rambling. What does Suta and Kimori think of Akina, Rocker, Kimiko, and Micha? Since this is going to take a long time, because it's like, I'll do that question at the end, okay? So I'll move on to Stephanie's last question. When I get a job, I'm thinking that means her, you're going to live with Becca and me, right? Yeah, probably. I'll be that herb outside the door and she'll let me in, really. You know, sitting there, banging on the door, screaming, probably like that. Because I personally do not want to live in England as a adult. And I'm going to try and see if I can move to America and get a green card when I'm older, so it will take all my money up. I won't have anywhere to stay. So I will be that herbo outside your door until you let me in. Now my thumb's not in there. There we go. Next question by Ashley/Smith. And she asked, make me a sandwich woman. And apparently that counts as a question. I did make you a sandwich, Becca, but I hated it. I'm sorry. And her next question. What is your favourite British stereotype? You won't know my favourite British stereotype. It's probably the Scouse British stereotype. Not many of you will have ever heard of it, and I can't do the accent, so I won't be able to show you, but I will put a link, go that way, in the sidebar, or on the screen right now, to show you the Scouse stereotype. It is my favourite because it's like, it was created where I live, part of the country, and it's funny. Yeah. Next question, asked by my friend Lauren, aka x/Faye/X. Can you put all the signature sayings from Natalia into one sentence? I can try, Lauren. We did make this up, so I can try. But it'll be like the most common ones, and obviously you won't know the ones that aren't that common, so I'll have a go at it. Be ready, people, be ready. Here goes nothing. Tomato pasta, bask in my awesomeness. I made it first, jerk. I am the hero you want. Can become more of Russia, everyone. Marry me. I am Canada. Wow, my parents and brother are going to think I'm a complete idiot. I hope you're all happy with this. Next question. By my friend Rabbit Dollar, do you agree Alistair would eat Edward if he had the chance? She was discussing this with a friend. I do believe that Alistair would eat Edward. I believe that he would eat every part of Edward, since he's a demon, an obsessive, loving demon, which creeps me out. The fact he stands in Bella's room and watches her sleep. That's quite creepy. But I don't believe that he would eat his hair. I think his hair would be a little too greasy for Alistair's tastes. Interesting fact for you all. Do you know Robert Pattinson hasn't washed his hair in 7 years? Maybe even longer. Isn't that not kind of... Moving on to the next bunch of questions. Seriously, that's a lot of questions about this one. Pixel Chibi, who I am senpai to. Yeah, lots of questions to answer here, so I'll do this in the next video. Why don't they make root beer flavoured ice cream? They don't make root beer flavoured ice cream because I hate it. And I control the ice cream companies. Let's go with that. Why does the Easter Bunny carry eggs? Rabbit don't lay eggs. Now, how do you know that? They could lay eggs, possibly. Well, according to biology they don't, but they could. Or maybe they steal it off the Easter chick, because that would make more sense. How come only your fingers and toes go prune in the shower and nothing else? I'm not sure. Maybe because I don't know actually. I'm no genius. Oh, why do we say heads up when we actually duck? I don't know, maybe they do it to trick people, so like say you threw something at, say there was someone and he didn't like this person and he threw a ball at them, and so he knew that the ball would hit that person they didn't like in the head, they would go heads up. So obviously that person would lift up the head and bonk. I did just hit myself. Okay. And then everyone realised what that meant and they just ducked when someone said that. That made no sense, did it? Why is there a top line on line paper if we never use it? I use the top line on line paper. I use that to write my titles on. You're not supposed to use it. Why can't you get a tan on your palms? I get tan on my palms, sort of. Maybe I just have oily skin though, I'm not sure. Why is Charlie short for Charles if they're both the same number of letters? You know what, I've never thought about that before. Interesting. Why is Snow White and ice clear? I'm sure there's a very good explanation for this, but sometimes white ice is white. It's like really hard. I don't know. Stop asking me questions I don't know, because I'm not getting about to go on Google and Google it because I'm too lazy. Mulberry bush aside, would a monkey really chase a weasel? What? Why doesn't McDonald's sell hot dogs? You know what? I'm really not sure. I think they should. They will eventually, probably. They will eventually. Do English people eat English muffins, or are they just called muffins? Well, I'm English and I call them muffins. I'm not sure if we mean the same type of muffins here, but we call muffins muffins. English muffins are called muffins here. Yeah, surprising for you all, isn't it? So in conclusion to that question, English people call English muffins muffins. If you dug a hole through the centre of the earth and jumped in, would you stay at the centre because of gravity? I don't know, I don't listen in physics.